Welcome to the Delta Holiday Tournament. This is the game that decided the 5th, 6th positions, I believe. Between the 4A Muncie Central Bearcats, 2 and 6 coming into this game, and the 2A Indianapolis Scecina Crusaders, 3 and 5 coming into the game. This game was pretty close most of the way. The Bearcats got out to a 16-10 lead at the end of the first quarter. Then Crusaders came back a little bit in the second. The halftime score was 21-18. Third quarter was pretty even, 28-26, and then the final quarter final was 36-34. A game that either team could have won. Scecina probably should have won. They were in a position to win it and blew several chances, as the Bearcats also had some issues there at the end, as you can see in the final thing here. A 5-second call that could have been disastrous, where no one went to the spots they should have went to. That said, that is emblematic. This game really made me. I was angry at the end of it, and I'm usually not at the end of a win. This team has such a lousy, carefree attitude out on the floor. They don't listen to the coach. The coach, sometimes he's all over the place. He is a scatterbrained, take this guy out, put this guy in, take this guy out, put this guy in kind of coach. He has never saw a stoppage of play where he couldn't make a change in the lineup. In one game I saw him make a change where the quarter starts, and almost as soon as the ball's thrown in, he puts in a sub. He sends a guy to the scores table to check in. If the ball would have been thrown out of bounds, there would have been hardly no time on the clock, and he'd have made a change. I really don't understand those kind of things, and what kind of a message he's sending to those kids who are already not playing very well together. They're inexperienced. They're not going to develop. This is a boondoggle of a development program. But I want to say this: I'm a fan first. I've been going to the Bearcat games since 1962-1963 season. I remember when the field house was full all the time. You couldn't get a seat. The times have changed and interests have changed. But if you have went to the games that I went to when I was younger, you would be very frustrated with this too. There are very few of us left. From the 60s, I know of maybe 3 or 4 people that go consistently. And the reason I just love to see them win. And I love to see, I remember the days when people came into the field house and they were intimidated, and that has long since passed. They need to do something to get the interest up again, get more people to games, and what we're doing right now isn't doing that. The whole program needs to have a thorough looking at itself starting today. There's no reason to start at the end of the season. It needs to start now. This season's over. I see in general in Delaware County the basketball is not as good as it used to be. There must be something wrong with the programs at the lower level, because we have the athletes that come up that are very small, and that didn't used to ever happen. There is no way that until probably 2015 or so, that half this team would even be on the team because of their size. There would be people that were bigger than them to go out or better. And part of that is probably from the um, the AAU programs that are out there. We think that we have to put all the whole team on the AAU roster and play an AAU schedule in June. And some of these guys are playing baseball. They either don't play on the team or they get cut down and then they decide to quit and they play another sport. And I've seen that happen time and time and again. We used to have baseball players on the team all the time. It was not uncommon for several baseball players to be playing, and the same way it goes with football. I know we do have some football guys now, and some of those guys are getting penalized because they played football, because they came in late to the program and for whatever reason they're not getting the playing time they should be getting. And I still go back to the freshman thing. When you bring in freshmen and you're a sophomore or junior and they're playing ahead of you, what is there to play for? You know, I mean, a lot of those guys are quit instead of getting themselves better. I mean, Bonzi Wells, for an example, was horrible when he was a sophomore. He didn't play at all. He was on the JV team and didn't even play in it. He grows 4 or 5 inches over a summer, and all of a sudden, bingo bango, he's a hell of a player. There's no way we develop those guys now. They wouldn't even be on the team. You know, that stuff's got to change. You've got to be have a little as a coach. You got to be looking for talent all the time, and not just limiting your team to the people that want to play AAU, which appears to be what's going on. There's a lot of politics in this program right now that doesn't need to be there, and there is no reason why it's happening. We got parents that think their kids are a lot better than they are. You know, we got a coach he's kind of there and kind of not. Road games and stuff. You know, I mean, the way people. They're not professional, like they're going to the game to win. There's, you know, I want to say it's discipline, but it's not really that. It's just that they're just playing around. They're not serious. They're not saying, hey, we're going to go out there and get into game mode and play as best we can. Well, that's my 2 cents worth. And next game goes on. The next game was against Jay County, and I'll have a video on that here soon.